All right, traders, welcome back. Today we're focusing on the futures market, right? So we have the crude oil. You know, we already discussed this last time, 6 days ago, when we were here. I talked about the fact that the crude oil presents one of the most amazing, amazing looking technical pictures you can find anywhere. So we're so impressed with not only the big picture, which presents a classic Elliott wave cycle, which we suspect that right now we're basically building up the last and fifth impulse wave, right? So we can start with talking about that, but also, of course, the setups that we have here. We had the previous setup, which was the purple one, and the top resistance level 55.91 that by now turned into a strong support. And we also have the current setup we're trading right now, which is the black one that represents this trading range that is basically moving across the 200-day moving average, or should I say the moving average is moving across that price action. But at the end of the day, it's really beautiful to see the dynamics between these two setups and the fact that we are indeed, at least that's what we suspect, in the middle of the fifth impulse wave. So right now we're trading sideways, right? We're basically trading sideways ever since the beginning of July. But I want to show you, this is really remarkable stuff. We've seen a clear cut reaction right here on that bottom support 55.12 just about a week ago, right? And that actually gave us confidence to push a new position, because we were out, right? When price began that sideways movement, we got out. And this is where we got back in. We started small, but then of course we had that. Take a look. This few attempts here. I mean, after price had touched base on the 55.12, it began to turn around, and then it completely failed. Take a look. It completely failed to break the 200-day moving average here. So the 200-day moving average was acting as a solid resistance at that point, but price came back down. But it couldn't break below 55.91 at this point, and that was also very impressive. You can see all those marks that I've been leaving here in those areas when price was just didn't have it in it, right? And now it turned around, well, just a couple of days ago, went straight to the 200-day moving average again, this time perfectly aligned with the mid-low key level of 57.08. Let's have a look at that. It's quite interesting from a closer perspective, guys. Take a look. I mean, you can see the close, right? 57.06. That's so tight. The key level itself, 57.08. So we're talking 2 fractions of a point. And the 200 daily moving average itself, let's take a look at that. It's also 57.06, right? So right on that spot, price closed right on the spot of the 200 daily moving average. But take a look. I'm going to close up even more, because here you can actually see what happened, right? The close 57.06. And the open, guys, right on the spot of the 200-day moving average, perfectly aligned with the 57.08 here, and now pushing forward. So looks like this was the moment of breakout, right? This was the moment of the crossover, and it looks like it's a powerful pivotal point, the point of no return, right? This is how, I mean, we feel that the oil is trying to tell us something at this point. And it tries to tell us that it's going to continue forward. So that's pretty much good news. We just want to make sure that that happens, right? Because up until now, even though it looks promising, we didn't have a daily close above the 200-day moving average yet. Hopefully, we will have that today. If not today, maybe tomorrow. But it's definitely a critical condition that price will begin to move away, just to continue to move away from that 57.08, because if it's going to fail breaking through, then of course everything I've been talking about so far is it's going to be on shaky ground, to say the least. So we want to make sure that price continues with that momentum that we have right now. So we're going to follow up on the crude oil very, very closely, guys. We want to make sure price is going to just travel the way to towards the upper section here, 59.29. That's where we are focusing on. 59.29, that's an intermediate target for us, secondary target. Final target, basically our primary target, guys, is 62.80, right? So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how things will unfold here. Stop loss level still at its original placement, 53.50. That's about that for the crude oil, guys. That's about that for today, and we'll see you tomorrow.